Hello, welcome on this beautiful Monday morning for social media secrets. So if you're catching this on the replay, pop your name into the comments with the hashtag replay so I can come through. And this is the perfect opportunity for you to have a really good look at your social media strategy, and hopefully you'll get some tips and some ideas about how you can really integrate reels and stories and kind of more of a variety into your social media so we can quickly build that know, like, trust. So welcome. I have a little workbook as well. So pop your name in the comments because I can send you directly the workbook for this, which I'll be sharing the screen, I think, late in a little bit. Here we go. So today the objective is I'm going to go through different types, like your social media strategy and different ways how you can really find the people who are interested in hearing about you. And to get started, let's think about why the heck are we creating content anyway? It's like, oh, I know, since 2010, like things have evolved in, what are we, 13 years a lot. And now we have to be more strategic with what content we use and what we're posting. And you can see some people post a lot of content, don't get any traction. Other people mightn't post as much, but they get more traction. So we'll kind of break that down. The idea that you're here, you have a business, and then we're creating the content to really attract in that person that you can help, right? And so the first part of your content creation is being really clear on that person. And the example for me, say with funnels and automation, you can do that for a wide variety of people. You could do it just for healthcare professionals. You can do it for established bricks and mortar businesses. You could do it for startups. You can do it for coaches getting started. You can do it for established coaches that want a specific type of automation so they can scale, like through a webinar. So these people, they're all different. And then what you put into your content is going to attract a different person. Whether you want an action taker, it's all the words and language that you use. So we really want to attract that person. That's why we're putting content out there. We want to demonstrate our expertise on whatever our business is. And then the other reason is we want to stay top of mind, because you never know when someone wants you. And I don't know how many times I've seen someone that I really like. I'm sure I've even followed them, but now we've just ended up following so many people. Then later on, I'm like, oh, I literally know the person, what it looks like, but I can't remember their name. And for the life of me, I can't find them again. So we want to stay top of mind when you want that person, then you're there. Okay, how do we do it without burning out? So with you, I'd love to know if you can even pop down into the comments, like, are you creating one piece of discoverable kind of content per week? And by that, I mean our social media kind of goes through and then it like gets lost into the void. Like you don't really search for, let's say you did a post on how to change your car tire, and then you're not really going to find that on a Facebook post. Although sometimes I have found some Facebook posts come up when I'm only searching in Facebook though. But you go into Google, you're not going to find how to change your tire. You're not going to find my Facebook post from 3 years ago. Whereas if it was a YouTube video, it has a chance of appearing. So that's a discoverable content. So with you, are you creating, what type of discoverable content piece are you doing per week? So it could be a YouTube video, could be a blog post, it could be a podcast. So that's the first thing to think about if you want to grow a long-term business, is like building up those digital assets and that discoverable content. So over time, people can find you organically, without relying so much on just organically in social media or in those strategies or in paid advertising. So then after you've got your one main piece of content, then it's easier to break it down into bite-sized pieces that you can use over your social media. So, and then I'm going to share this with you, actually. It might be a bit easier. Using stories. There we go. Okay. So, might be a little bit small. I might make it a bit bigger. Ooh, nice and big. Okay. So, I can give this to you if you'd like as well. So we're breaking it down into the bite-sized pieces. Then you can ask the questions through your social posts that engage and draw people out. They invite them to raise their hand. We'll get more into that with reels and stories. And then you can continue the conversation in the messages if it's a natural progression, right? And keeping the intention there to serve, learn, and not to sell. Just that energy of attention. So when this is looking at your reels and stories, this is the really, really exciting part. And it's really, really, really works when you do implement it. So I hope that you are paying a lot of attention. So with reels, they're really good for getting that reach and discoverability, right? This is on Instagram, and then you can have a call to action, read the caption that you're writing or a link in a bio. With stories, both on Facebook and Instagram, it's great for selling because you can use these things here, the stickers. So the stickers used strategically, what you're doing is people are then raising their hand to actually want to have a conversation with you. You can ask questions, and then it can be, would you like to learn more about this? Yes, or me. Then anyone who replies, then you can reach out via a direct message because they've raised their hand, they've shown interest. So we're building that know, like, trust. This particular workbook that I can send you is, I've just broken it down. Actually, I was going to do 3, but then I did 4. Throughout your social media, to keep it really simple, you can just look at posting those type of educational ones, posting in social proof, and posting in personal bits. So if you've noticed, a lot of when you share vulnerably, like, have you noticed those posts get a lot of attention on social media? So this is a really strategic way to draw out your clients as well. As long as you're not posting when you're in the pain, you're posting the story afterwards that demonstrate what you experienced and how you overcame it. These are like really powerful on social media, as well as always being, I'm just going to say clarity is key here. Always being clear on what you do and who you help. This is a biggie as well. Yeah, then you can post any things here, like your lifestyle, behind the scenes, all those sort of things. Social proof is virtually like essential, popping these in these days. And of course, you've got the promotional bit as well. Just checking the promotional bit as well. Hello, Cheryl, and hello, Danielle. Lovely, lovely. Oh, that's so good. I just actually emailed. I didn't really get a chance to invite people in, but I had put this in my calendar and I decided, like, I'm showing up no matter what, and no matter that I'm feeling sick, because I was quite ill, not feeling well last week, and I'm still not feeling 100%. And I'm like, no, I'm going to show up here and I'm going to, still show up. So I'm really, really grateful that you're here. It's lovely that you are here. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, that's good. I wasn't sure if there was anyone there as well. So now, I feel so warm and fuzzy. So then I was breaking it down here into, so I will send you this workbook directly as well, just in a message. Where are we up to? Okay, so let's get back to the reels and stories. I'd love to know, Cheryl and Danielle, are you using the stickers in any polls and stories at the moment? I found them so effective. So are you, and I might actually go into first how to use them and then pop into the comments how you're using them. So inserting the stickers that are a question when you're doing your story. So let's say you've got a story, you're with a video, Danielle. So you'll be talking about, so your story might be something like you at the computer or you in front of the camera saying, oh, filming this next module for my video class, right? So we've got that. We all like you. We love to see that. Your next part of the story might be Anisha, who's one of your students. She's Anisha, my student, implemented her video and has now got invited for a TED talk or something. Whatever her win is, could be something like that next. And then you could have a, and then this is just a simple one. Then the last one might be, would you like to know how you can use videos too? And then you can put the sticker, which is yes and me. Or you can be more specific with your question. So that anyone at the end of that story, so they've seen you, they've got a bit of a background about you, you've popped in a bit of, you know, social proof about a student and how they're using, how they're kind of getting results with you, basically. And then the last one can be a question or, you know, do you need help with your video? Yes, me. So anyone who, then you have to monitor your stories before they vanish. And then anyone who responds to that, you can actually message them privately. And then, because it comes up that they have, you know, responded, and then you can say, hey, I noticed that you responded to this. Tell me more about you. Then you're starting this really authentic connection. And as a consumer, like on the internet, like where it's so instantaneous now. So that's why using these stickers and questions are really effective, because if you see a story that's engaging and interesting and you feel that pain in that moment, it's so easy. You just like click on it, right? As opposed to, let's say there's an ad, you go to a landing page, you put your name and email in, like there's so many more steps into that. And you're like, oh, I couldn't bother putting my email. Now they want my phone number. I'll go to hell or whatever. So using this way in your stories, although it's really effective in kind of drawing out people. So you do end up selling in the direct messages, but it's not sleazy. It's not salesy. It's just kind of that really beautiful connection. So that's the best way to be using your kind of stories. I think I put it down a little bit, or did I put it up here? I put it up here, I think. So stories are selling using stickers. That was this part. And then the reels are great for that reach and getting discovered. So that's kind of the difference between the two of them. So the reels, someone kind of like sees you, you know how, and then they'll come into your world. You really want to make sure they kind of get a good idea from your profile that it's optimized, so they know what you're doing and think, yeah, is this someone that I want to, you know, be in my world? And then sometimes those stories kind of come up automatically when you're on the profile, and then they'll be able to engage there. Kind of feels quite authentic in stories, because we're often putting in whatever we've got around. So I hope that's helpful. So who's doing that at the moment? Oh, hi, Carrie. Yeah, it's just going to be recorded, I think, in this group. So Danielle said not yet using the reels and stories. Cheryl's doesn't know about them, and Carrie's just joined us. Yep. Okay. Yes, so there is a recording to go back on that. So Danielle, you'll find that it's such a beautiful way to find the people. So when I first started on social media, we were able to put a post up with hashtags, and that was enough for people to buy. But now it's kind of like getting more, what do you call it? Like a bit more I don't know, maybe there's just so much out there. I was going to say it's just sort of more in depth, or like those kind of other ways don't work. So this is a great way to think about it in your mind. So if you can think about selling in stories, using stickers and polls for people are effectively going to raise their hand, and then you're going to carry that conversation over in direct messages. And then reels, those you're using that to get like discovered. So when you think about stages of kind of the journey of someone, then you're looking at creating that to be at that awareness stage. Like, what are they going through? What are they going through just before they need you? What's going to really interest them just before they need you? They're kind of the content-y things in your reels. And sometimes it's just, you know, fun stuff as well. So this is the part here that I broke down for like content types to think about. With the educational, you know, IG carousel posts are really good that people scroll across like this. Also sharing any of your content, blogs, podcasts, that sort of thing. I mentioned before about the vulnerable stories part. Then we've got the lifestyle behind the scenes. People want to know who you are. Now it's like, who are you? Exactly. Social proof, popping those in. Doesn't have to, if you're launching something new like you, Cheryl, you don't have to have the social proof from that. You can use it from your other natural therapies business, because it's still people who have worked with you. So you can weave those ones in. And then of course we've got our promotional ones. Just be you, this part here. Okay, I went through this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this part, we're coming to the workbook section for you, which I can send, or I might finish up here. Does anyone have any questions? I'll go this little part at the end here. And Carrie, this is I'll just do a recap on everything now for social media secrets. So firstly, to think about, if you want to have this long-term business, think about your weekly discoverable pillar content that you'll be doing. So it's something when people go into Google that they'll be able to find you over time, that doesn't kind of like vanish like our stories do, or like our TikTok videos or things like that. So then I put in here example like a podcast, a blog post, a YouTube video. And then this is kind of like a recap, and then decide on which bite-sized content per week. So here's an example here. Actually, this looks kind of odd because I made everything really big so you could see it, but now it doesn't look as good. This is an example here. Like, you might 3 times a week decide you're going to sell through the stories, like I explained with the polls and questions. You might decide, okay, I'm doing that 3 times a week, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You also might think, I'm doing 3 reels a week to be discovered, and I'm going to do 2 educational carousel posts, and actually I'm going to do just some lifestyle stories as well per week, you know, because this is me and my brand. So this is an example of what you might do. And then I've only put down this little thing here where you can just map it out. So you could write it down like this to decide what you want to do. Or you could just pop it in here. So I could go, I'm going to do a, oh no, that's stories. I might sell my 15 offer ideas freebie. So in my stories at the end of it, if I'll be talking about offers, and I'd be like, I have a workbook, 15 money making offer ideas, who wants it? And then I'll have the sticker that'll be yes, yes. And anyone who replies to that, then I can send them directly my link to download the freebie. I might decide, okay, I'm going to do that in my stories. That would also, I'm going to do that in my stories maybe on this day and on Friday. Or in Friday, I might be selling my call, sell a clarity call, like in my actual story, because this one here is for stories. right? And then I might do, okay, I'm doing the educational post. Oops, I might do educational post, which is the carousel on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you can look up here, see carousel post. Oh, no, on Thursdays, I'm going to share my podcast. And this one, I'm going to do the carousel. So see how I'm choosing it from here? So you've kind of got these categories at the top. It just helps you. It'll help you think and brainstorm about what you're going to post. You can think, okay, I'm going to do the educational. That's when I'm going to share my content every Thursday. You can also do it whenever you want, but at least you've got that strategy in there. You know, you're getting that a range of things, and you've kind of got the planning. And the other part I wanted to make sure is, this is the key one, make sure you know what your objective is for that week or month. Like, is it booking calls? Is it promoting your freebie? Is it getting people into your course or program? Is it, are you launching? Like, so when you're planning it for your week or month, the main thing is to know what is that objective. Because if we're kind of not getting the traction, we really want to be super focused on what that objective is. Okay, because with Cheryl, with your book launch, your objective for like the next 2 weeks will just be awareness. It could just be, you know what, I just want to reach as many people so they really know what I'm about and what I have with my book. Then the 2 weeks after, you might be really focused on drawing in then the people who have who want to sit down with the call with you, that want to come into your mentoring, you know. So just keeping that focus at the beginning of the week or month to know, like, what is that objective. That's also a key one. So that's kind of the recap. I'm gonna have a look. The reels, I think they're not long. They're only like, I don't even know. I think I've done longer ones these days, but I'd keep it around like less than a minute. It's probably, they can be really, really easy. I like to even do them like really simple, you know, like 10 seconds and things like that. Really, I just do really short ones. So I did another video in here where I shared trending music videos and then how you can actually create the reel. That'll be a really good one that I'll send to you, Cheryl. Oh, nice. Get people to join. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yes. And then I'll send you some videos to help you with anything with the music and things like that, and getting into the rhythm of creating the reels, because we're working together. Yeah, so I hope that I'm going to stop this. Any other questions? Beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. I'm going to share, we'll share all of your stuff, Cheryl, which is amazing. And so I hope that gives you, I hope now I'm going to check in with everyone who's commented to see, I hope that you're going to implement that into yours. At least if you would take anything away from this, to take away stories and stickers. If there's only one thing that I'd love for you to take away and implement, it would be using your stories and stickers and then replying to everyone who says yes to your stickers. So I don't use a negative. I don't say yes, no. I'll use like yes or me. So whichever one they click's a positive. And then that's probably the one thing I'd love you to take away. It's like using your stories, using stickers, getting people to raise their hand, and then you can follow through with that conversation with them. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that is I hope I'm still on live. Yes, I am still on live. I hope that's useful for you. And I look forward to, I think we're going to have a new one next week. I'm running this workshop tomorrow again, live on the sunny coast. So I'm very excited about that. And if you would like any help with your particular offers, so my expertise is, as Cheryl knows, on the weekend, we really crafted her coaching offer, which is amazing. If you'd like help with really crafting a solid offer that you love and that sells, and then setting up automation so you can scale and have free time, that's where my specialty is. It's putting it together so you know exactly how you're delivering, what you're selling, beautiful, irresistible offers. And then setting up your automation, whether you're doing an opt-in and building your email list, or whether you're creating an automated webinar or masterclass, or a challenge, or like I have I call it's a passive income funnel. So you might have your freebie and then a tiny offer after that. So creating these sort of automations so you can build your list in your business, and then have the automation do a lot of that nurturing and educating for you. Then speak to me about that. That would be lovely. You can book in for a clarity call. So have a lovely week, and I can't wait to see your stories and your reels. Okay, lots of love. Bye.